Well, good morning, sports fans. Welcome to IHSAA's sectional number 14 here at Columbus East. My name is Josh Burnett. I'll be your announcer and host today. Hopefully we'll be able to stream 3 matches as we are hopeful that both BCSC teams can make it to the finals. Today in match number 1, we'll be seeing the Martinsville Artesians taking on the Columbus North Bulldogs. We are here at Columbus East, also known as the Orange Pit, and we've been having a great sectional so far. Columbus North had a great first round match against the East Central Trojans. They were able to take them down relatively easy, and that was a huge accomplishment for them, as I've heard recently, earlier in the season, they played against them and had a little bit rougher time. But the Dogs came to play and did a great job finishing that match number 1. Martinsville comes in on the season on a little bit of a hot streak. They have an 18-9 record on the season to Columbus North's 9-21, but the records aren't everything. Both teams coming in on a 2- and 3-game winning streak. Columbus North, as I said, defeated East Central 3-0 in the first round of the sectional, while Martinsville had the bye. Earlier in the season, Martinsville did defeat Columbus North September 3rd, 3-1, but September feels like a long time ago. It might feel that way because 2020 has been such a crazy year in general, as well as an interesting sports season. You might see as you're watching, the stands are, a little bit sparse, and that's because of COVID-19, but that's why we're thankful to have the opportunity to live stream this to you all. I do want to invite you to share this on social media, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Would love to see a great number of devices and sports fans that are watching and supporting these girls in this sectional matchup. There has been a lot of great energy in the crowds, but as I said, it's just different. I'm sure for the volleyball players and for the spectators, this is a sectional, and there's definitely, historically, a lot of intensity and energy in the air. And so I'm going to ask you to bring that to the internet waves, through the internet, through your devices. And while I might not hear you cheering on your favorite players and team, just know that hopefully these girls can feel the support from wherever you're watching. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of housekeeping as we begin this broadcast. This broadcast is brought to you by BCSC Live, but it is an IHSAA sanctioned event, and so we had to get special approval to broadcast this sectional matchup. And as a part of that relationship, we've got a few announcements. Well, first of all, get up-to-the-minute information from state championship events by following the IHSAA on Twitter at IHSAA1. That's at IHSAA1. You're good at being you. You've been you for years. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance is good at your insurance. Find an agent to help you think about it at infb.com. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood. With more than 40 locations, 100 programs, and 1,000 online classes, Ivy Tech Community College has you covered. No matter where you live or what your interests are, learn more and apply for free at ivytech.edu.
Today's tickets are single session tickets. You will need to buy a ticket to attend the championship game this evening. Once again, today's tickets are single session tickets. You will need to buy a ticket to enter tonight's championship game. Thank you.
Think it's safe to vape? Think again. It damages lungs, dashes dreams, and destroys lives. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to learn more and spread the word. This message is brought to you by the Indiana State Department of Health, a proud partner of the IHSAA. As the official sports medicine provider of the IHSAA for over 30 years, Methodist Sports Medicine and our athletic trainers on the sidelines for each state finals event wish the best of luck to all competitors. With 6 locations across central Indiana, Methodist Sports Medicine's highly skilled physicians continue to provide the best in-house orthopedic care, including prevention, treatment, and rehabilitation. For more information about Methodist Sports Medicine and our services, visit us online at methodistsports.com. You could not pick a better time to consider a career in construction. From skilled tradesmen to project managers to technical engineers and even company owners, the depth of opportunity has never been greater. Check out builttosucceed.org for more information on the Indiana Careers in Construction Association. Are you built for success? The IHSAA is proud to use Wilson Volleyballs, the official ball of the AVP Tours and the NCAA Beach Championships. From the court to the beach, Wilson Volleyballs dominate the sport and are used by the top players in the world as they strive to become the very best. Visit wilson.com to learn more. And as the team switch, Martinsville goes ahead and off the court to go to the sidelines, and Columbus North comes in to take their 7.5 minutes of warm-ups. The IHSAA Foundation was created to help protect and sustain education-based athletics, including events like this state tournament. High school sports are an extension of the classroom. We need your help so the youth in our community can develop advanced leadership skills and to continue to have these and many other opportunities. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to ihsaafoundation.org. You'll not only be contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community. The Indiana High School Athletic Association is proud to salute our friends and supporters from Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood. Thanks also to Wilson, the official game ball, the Indianapolis Colts for the shoe, the Indiana Pacers and Indiana Fever, proud to support Indiana's game at all levels. Methodist Sports Medicine, the official sports medicine provider for all state championship events. Ivy Tech Community College, reach your goal at Ivy Tech. Sharp Business Systems, saluting great athletes and even better students. Sport Graphics, turning our creativity and experience into your results. Herf Jones, the official championship ring provider for the IHSAA. Indiana Careers in Construction Association, Built to Succeed. Franciscan Health, Inspiring Health. Connecticut, Life is better with Connecticut water. Indiana Tobacco Prevention and Cessation Commission, hashtag Don't Puff This Stuff. And Double Edge Media, proud photographer of the IHSAA. Once again, my name is Josh Burnett. I'm the BCSC Communications Coordinator, and we are proud to present the IHSAA Sectional 14 semifinal match between Columbus North and Martinsville High School. The North Bulldogs and Martinsville Artesians have already met up once this season, with the Artesians getting the upper hand with a 3-1 victory, but anything can happen in sectionals. As I said, this is the semifinal match between Martinsville and Columbus North. The winner of this match will face the winner of the next matchup between Columbus East Olympians and Bloomington North Cougars. That matchup will also be streamed on our BCSC YouTube channel, but it is a different stream. And as we saw the other night with Columbus East in game number 2, or match number 2, it was a little bit later than we originally anticipated. So please be patient with us, because we'll be going from one stream to the other, but hopefully for those of you who maybe tune in later, you'll be able to check out this first matchup between Columbus North and Martinsville. Martinsville is coached by Kayla Back, and Columbus North is coached by former Bulldog Quinn Schultz. As I watched this Columbus North Bulldogs team warm up, just a few keys to the match tonight. Based on last round's match when Columbus North faced off against East Central, a very important player to watch for the Bulldogs has got to be number 13, Sarah Bennett, a 5'11" junior middle hitter. Anytime that she gets the ball and she has a chance to put it away, North certainly has a chance to beat anyone. One of the things, though, that we saw and then we heard from assistant coach of Columbus East, Terry Sweezy, a couple different times the North Bulldogs, rather than rely on that power, they got into a little bit of some soft hitting and some soft touches around the net, and during those times it allowed the other team to get back in it. I would hope to see Sarah Bennett just continue to crush the ball as she just did right there on this warm-up session. Another great hitter is number 24, senior Madison White. She was really strong on the right side last time, coming across the net, and anytime that we see White at the net blocking, she's got a real good chance to put the ball away. And as you see the Bulldogs warm up, just once again, I just saw Sarah Bennett and Madison White making their presence known up at the net. As far as on defense, number 25, Ava McKinney, is just a solid libero for the Bulldogs, and she's going to be a key to returning the serves and really setting the tone for each point for the Dogs. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break and say thank you to our local sponsors who have made live streaming possible for us during this fall sports season. Originally, our hopes were to be able to stream on Friday nights at the football matches and then football games, and then the Columbus North, Columbus East crosstown rivalry games in soccer and volleyball. But thankfully, we've been able to extend that to the sectional season here. We will be continuing to live stream the sectional at Columbus North in football. But for right now, we're really enjoying live streaming volleyball here at the Orange Pit at Columbus East. So let's say a special thanks to our sponsors, and we'll be right back with you. And we're back at the Orange Pit. Just a few seconds left before we'll start today's semifinal match between Columbus North and Martinsville. I am driving solo today, as for the last few matches I've had Paul Schnepp, the local volleyball guru extraordinaire, as I call him, former volleyball player at Purdue. But tonight I'm going to be by myself, so forgive me if I'm not able to move the camera, speak, and do the scoreboard all at once. So we might have a little bit of lag at times, but we will do our best to give you the best production possible so that you can enjoy this volleyball sectional. We're going to go ahead and let the in-house announcer Dennis Pierce speak for a little bit here, and hopefully you can hear him, and we'll be back with you in just a second.
At libero, number 1, Molly Urban. Number 6, Katie Donaldson. Number 8, Macy Dorsett. Number 9, Gracie Reynolds. Number 10, Mackenzie Martin. Number 12, Emery Carter. And number 17, Ella Whitney. Your head coach for your Artesians, Kayla Blackback. Once again, that is your Martinsville Artesians. And now for your home team, the Columbus North Bulldogs. Number 13, Sarah Bennett. Number 16, Reagan Kane. Number 17, Sydney Cooper. Number 20, Grace Chapman. Number 21, Maddie Root. Number 24, Madison White. And libero, number 25, Ava McKinney. Your head coach for your Bulldogs, Quinn Schultz. And that is your Columbus North Bulldogs. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please stand. The privilege of this game is made possible by those who have fought and continue to fight for the freedoms that we enjoy. Let us honor and respect their efforts in our country by gentlemen removing their caps and everyone standing at attention, placing their hands over their hearts as we proudly play our national anthem. Thank you. And now, if you're ready, let's get ready to play some sectional volleyball.
All right. We are ready to start this semifinal matchup between the Martinsville Artesians and the Columbus North Bulldogs. And it looks like the Artesians will be first to serve with number 9, Grace Reynolds. And let's get this sectional started. Maddie Roop right on the line. And a great start for the Bulldogs.
Substitution number 27, Logan Brandstetter.
Logan Brandstetter in for the Bulldogs. And a good serve to start out for the Bulldogs. Maddie Roop again with another great hit. And a little bit low for Mackenzie Martin of Martinsville. And the Bulldogs will take an early 2-0 lead. And a very nice rally from the Bulldogs to keep that in play. And it's very clear that early on, Mackenzie Martin is going to be a factor for Martinsville. After a little bit low on the last one, she's able to get a great kill on that left front side. And she follows it up with a very nice serve that gets the Bulldogs out of position. Served by Martinsville. Good return from the Bulldogs. Short hit from Libero. Let's see what the Bulldogs can do. Maddie Roop. And again, number 10 for Martinsville, Mackenzie Martin. Martin with the serve. Good hit on the right side from Madison White. Oh. Good deflection from Reagan Kane, but unfortunately McKinney not able to get to that. And the Bulldogs show some discipline there, letting the Martin serve go out of bounds. Maddie Roop to serve for the Bulldogs. Oh, unfortunately, North also hits the serve out of bounds. 5-3 to Martinsville with the libero. Number 1, Molly Urban to serve for Martinsville. Good return from McKinney. And Madison White. Great hit from the senior, number 24, Madison White. And quickly she comes out, and Sarah Bennett is back in. Look for Sarah Bennett to make her presence known up at the net. Served by McKinney. And the lefty for Martinsville, McKinney with a good, and Brandstetter able to get it over for the Bulldogs. And a very nice cross-court shot from Martinsville. Good return from Roop. Back set from the Bulldogs, and very nice. Maddie Roop, set. Oh, and the touch from Sarah Bennett. Oh, and a very nice hit once again from number 10, Mackenzie Martin. And early on, Martinsville continuing to use Martin for her left side hits. Good return from Maddie Roop. Back set once again. Oh, and just a little bit barely out of bounds. But that point is going to go to Martinsville. Good lefty serve. And there we go. Sarah Bennett getting involved. Very nice kill from the junior. Number 20, Grace Chapman coming in from the Bulldogs, and she'll go back to the service line. Good serve from Chapman. So far, seen some very nice back sets from both teams. This time Martinsville getting the point. Number 7, Katie Huang in to serve for the Artesians. Good hit from the Bulldogs. Maddie Roop with the set. Very nice dig from McKinney. Maddie Roop returns it over once again to the Artesians. Oh! The Artesians able to catch the Bulldogs off guard, and they are the first to 10. Currently a 10-5 score. Artesians over the Bulldogs. Good return from McKinney. Maddie Roop. McKinney. Set to Bennett. Again, I'd like to see her just smash that because she's got unmatched power. And Martinsville up early. The Bulldogs take a timeout. We're going to go ahead and take a break for just a second and say thank you to one of our sponsors, Ruoff Home Mortgage.
Looking for a new home? Well, you might need a loan. You know, applying for a mortgage doesn't have to be so tedious or time-consuming. Introducing Loan Butler by Ruoff Home Mortgage. Loan Butler makes it easy to apply for a mortgage online by compiling each of your important loan documents into one secure space. Just a clickety-click and before you know it, you're home. Delightful. Apply online today. Visit loanbutler.com.
And we're back here at the Orange Pit. We want to say a special thank you to Ruoff Mortgage. And specifically, I want to give a quick shout out to Kevin Johnson, the legendary point guard from the Columbus North Bulldogs back in the day. He is head of Ruoff Mortgage here locally. And so I want to say a special thank you to Kevin Johnson, a.k.a. KJ, for his office being the title sponsor of the fall sports here at BCSC. Well, that's an out serve from Martinsville, so Columbus North gets the ball back. And number 17, Sydney Cooper to serve for the Dogs. Serves back to the libero. And a very nice hit on the left side, once again from Martin. Ella Whitney back to serve for the Artesians. Maddie Roop. Good return from McKinney. Sets to Bennett. And early on, Martinsville has just been really playing solid volleyball. Good service and return. And they've really been controlling the sets that have allowed them to get the ball to their power players. Bennett gets the ball back over. Point to the Artesians. 14-6. And another out serve. A little bit unusual for the amount of out ball so far on the serve. Serve from Sarah Bennett. And she gets the point. Bennett once again. Oh, unfortunately, a short serve into the net. Back to the Artesians. Good low serve, but the Bulldogs able to keep it going. And another great shot from Martin early on. Definitely the player of the first set has got to be Mackenzie Martin. Short serve, unable to be returned from the Bulldogs. And it's 17-8, Artesians. Another very good serve from Martinsville. And this time Madison White able to block it from Martin. But they go back to her, and this time able to get the point. Martinsville back to serve. Oh. Definitely want to give credit to Martinsville for controlling the serve and return, but the Bulldogs seem a little bit out of sorts so far in this set number one, so hopefully they'll, there we go. And maybe that's what they need to get going. Very nice smash from Maddie Roop, 19-9. And Reagan Kane, the setter, back to serve for the Bulldogs. Solid serve. I really thought that was a little back, but obviously the line judge has a better view than I do. And very nice hit from the lefty. And with that, the Artesians are the first to 20 points. Martin back to serve. See what the Bulldogs can do with the Kane set. Oh. Net violation on Martinsville. Originally thought that might have been called on the Bulldogs, but 20-10. Bulldogs now in double figures with Maddie Root back to serve. And it's just out. I want to say that's 4 or 5 out services so far. Both teams, I'm sure, would like to improve that. The libero back to serve for Martinsville. Short set. Good return from, and a very nice shot from Madison White. Martinsville once again. I'd like to see a little bit more energy. And a net violation called on the Bulldogs. This game has gone pretty quickly with not many points, or excuse me, not many points going more than 6 or 7 hits. Set point here in set number 1 for Martinsville. The libero to serve. Good return from McKinney. Set from Reagan Kane. Maddie Roop comes from the back row. Good hit. Very nice hit from the Dogs, but good return once again. Good set. Madison White, but a great block from the Artesians, and that is set number 1 for the sectional semifinal at Columbus East, the Orange Pit. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and say thanks once again to another sponsor, this time from our scoreboard sponsor, Ovation Technology Group.
If you grew up in Columbus, you grew up with Ovation Audio Video. The Ovation Technology Group is much more. The local leader in local IT solutions. 25 years of keeping companies connected and running efficiently. Networks and managed services, phone systems and temperature control, data security, and HD thermal imaging. Grow smart with Ovation Technology Group at ovationtg.com. ovationtg.com. A proud sponsor of Columbus High School sports.
And we're back here at the Orange Pit, and set number 1 is over, with Martinsville taking that 25-10. A very dominant set for the Artesians. The Bulldogs really unable to get any momentum going. And I know that a key to this second set, in order to get back on the board and be able to maybe take a set back and even this at 1-all, the Dogs really need to get Sarah Bennett involved. Maybe because of the rotations and the way that they are, but I can only remember 1 kill from her, and then I know that she served once, but unfortunately I think that ended with 1 going into the net. The junior really is the kind of the emotional leader of the team, bringing a lot of energy, and you know, when she's smashing the ball, you can see everyone really get into the match, and it really gets the crowd pumped up. And I noticed that in that sectional first round against East Central, she really set the tone for the Bulldogs. You know, we continue to see some good play, and you know, senior Maddie Roop is involved almost on every play in some way, as well as the solid libero Ava McKinney. Looks like we got about 30 seconds between the next set. Really got some nice support from both teams, but due to COVID-19 restrictions, things are spread out. The COVID-19 capacity is 250 for everyone here in this entire gymnasium, which is much different than a normal sectional semifinal. Well, with set number 2 underway, good rally on point number 1. And, yeah, and while the Artesians thought that was out of bounds, someone at the net tipped that Madison White spike. Back to serve, Reagan Kane. Oh, and a very nice play from the setter of Martinsville. Twice that has happened now. Hopefully the Bulldogs can make the adjustment. Oh, and number 27, Logan Brandsetter, gets the point for the Bulldogs. Number 23, Paige Osborne, in for Columbus North, with Maddie Roop back to serve. And an ace from the senior. Very nice serve from number 21. Good dig. the set to Madison White. I felt like once again, yep, that was tipped by the Martinsville Artesians. It's hard to see those things as you're trying to follow the action, and you start to see the crowd react, and they think it's out, but it actually tips someone at the net. So Columbus North takes the lead 4-1. Oh, and the Artesians able to get back on the board.
Substitution, number 11, Emily Jones now in for the Artesians.
And Martin back to serve for Martinsville. Oh no, a little bit of miscommunication there. It looked like Brandstetter and Kane ran into each other. 4-3, Martin to serve. Oop. Oh. McKinney unable to come up with the one-arm stab, and it's a tie game in set number 2. 4-4, Martin to serve. And knew that one right away was out of bounds. Martin definitely hits the ball very well, but that just had a little bit too much pace. And once again, that's kind of been the story of this match. I think there's been 6 serves out of bounds. Oh, good recovery from Bennett, and she controls the point. As I said, the Bulldogs have got to get Sarah Bennett involved, and she made her presence known with the, what does she have there? She had the block, the second, another hit, and then the kill. McKinney back to serve. Point Bulldogs with Brandstetter and Bennett up at the net. That's definitely an intimidating front row for the Bulldogs. McKinney back to serve from libero to libero. And another great block from the Bulldogs. You feel a little bit of momentum, but still haven't seen that. Oh, and that's a good one. That's definitely indicative of great play from the Bulldogs. The Artesians need to take a timeout. You can start to see the Bulldogs get a little bit of emotion and energy, but really in order to get this going, I think that we need to see a real, how would you say it? One of those really nice points where there's a rally, there's, some type of just a great dig that leads to this amazing set, and then a Sarah Bennett spike to really see these Bulldogs come out of their shell. I know that it's 11:30 here on a Saturday morning, but we've got to see the energy. We've got to see that classic point, that real milestone moment for the Bulldogs in order for them to really get some momentum going. But so far, playing very well in set number 2. 8-4, McKinney with the serve. The lefty with a little bit of touch from the Artesians, set from Reagan Kane, and a great spike once again from Sarah Bennett. You can see the Bulldogs starting to get a little bit pumped up. Oh, and it looks like it's a net violation from Martinsville. Couldn't quite understand what was going on at the moment. Hey, I just want to say a quick thank you to all of you who are watching. 77 different devices right now. Obviously we've got a 250 capacity here, but I want to throw out a challenge for you. The other night we were able to get 300 devices to be able to watch this YouTube stream. So I want you to take a moment, text a friend, share this on Facebook, get this out there so that we can continue to show support for these girls here at BCSC Sports Live. Well, another point for Martinsville. and it's 10-6. And the Bloomington North Cougars have just entered the gymnasium. They'll be taking on Columbus East in match number 2 of these semifinals. Looks like there's an official timeout. I'm not exactly sure what they'll be discussing. Hey, and already thank you for the response. We've been gaining some new watchers. Also, if you haven't already, we'd ask you to subscribe to our channel by hitting that subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever you're on YouTube when there's a new video from BCSC. We're going to continue to try to stream sports as well as the always engaging school board meetings. I say this somewhat facetiously, but I do actually enjoy school board meetings quite a bit. I learn a lot whenever I'm in that role streaming on school board meetings. Lots of important things that are being discussed, especially during 2020-2021 school year. Coming up on Monday night, actually, at 6:30, we'll be live streaming that school board meeting, which will happen in the terrace room at the administration building, but capacity is even smaller there due to the size of the room. And so we want to invite you to watch that if you're interested, if you'd like to be engaged in all the decisions that are going on within BCSC School Corporation. That'll be Monday at 6:30. Well, we've got a score change, as it looks like the official timeout has led to now Columbus North with an 11-5 lead. And number 20, Grace Chapman, serves it for the Bulldogs. And Martinsville, though, able to come back with the quick point. Serve from the Artesians. Oh, and a very nice hit from Sarah Bennett once again. Number 17, Sydney Cooper, back to serve for the Bulldogs. Looks like the officials are talking to Martinsville about how they're lining up. Making sure that they're staying in rotation. Good set from the Artesians, but a great block from Bennett. McKinney. Oh, and a very nice move from Reagan Kane there. We're getting closer to that 100 mark of devices watching this sectional live stream. Appreciate each and every one of you who are taking the time to support these girls on this Saturday morning. 11:34. Number 7, Katie Huang, back to serve. And there we go. Oh, I really thought that was blocked by, or at least tipped by Martinsville, but this point goes back to the Artesians. Number 7 back to serve. And that is exactly what the Bulldogs need. More Sarah Bennett spikes. And Ava McKinney goes out of the game and gets some well-deserved congratulations. Bennett back to serve. Oh. And a great response from the Artesians. Artesians to serve, number 17. Oh, and gets lucky with that one, and a point goes to Martinsville.
Timeout on the floor. Timeout, Columbus North.
Columbus North takes a timeout.
Safe debate? Think again. It damages lungs, dashes dreams, and destroys lives. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to learn more and spread the word. This message is brought to you by the Indiana State Department of Health, a proud partner of the IHSAA. Also, the IHSAA is proud to use Wilson Volleyballs, the official ball of the AVP tours and the NCAA Beach Championships. From the court to the beach, Wilson Volleyballs dominate the sport and are used by top players in the world as they strive to become the very best.
On the court for the Bulldogs, number 24, Madison White, number 16, Reagan Kane, 21, Maddie Roop, 25, Ava McKinney, 20, Grace Chapman, and 17, Sydney Cooper. Artesians set to serve. Madison White with a very nice looks like a double hit from Columbus North, and Martinsville's definitely getting some momentum in the second set. Oh. Looked like it was going to be a good return, but just a little bit off there. And it's 14-12. Maddie Roop. Oh. Tip by the Bulldogs leads to another Artesian point. Back set to Madison White. Very nice hit from the Bulldogs. Great hustle from the Artesians to get that ball back in play. McKinney with the dig. Oh, and Madison White with the teardrop. And Columbus North able to get back the serve. Logan Brandstetter, number 27, back in from the Bulldogs with Reagan Kane back to serve. Oh, and a great shot from the Artesians. Oh, just a little bit too low there for number 8, Macy Dorsett. And it is 16-14 Bulldogs. Maddie Roop to serve. Good serve back to Martin. Oh, and it's out of bounds from Martin. A rare error from the junior. Martin definitely the best player of set number 1 for the Artesians. The lefty. Oh, and a very nice shot from Logan Brandstetter to lead the Bulldogs to an 18-14 lead. Maddie Roop set to serve for the Bulldogs. Oh, And a nice shot from number 12, Emery Carter. And the Artesians have the serve once again. Martin now to serve. And it was out of bounds. Tried to go for that back right corner, but unfortunately for her, just a little bit out of bounds. 19-15, Columbus North with the lead. And a net violation from the Artesians. North, the first to 20 this time in set number 2. McKinney back to serve. Very nice dig from the Bulldogs. Oh, good smash from number 23, Paige Osborne. McKinney to Kane, to Bennett, and a great return from the Artesians. Oh, and that one just, man, that could have been one of those milestone moments for the Bulldogs, but unfortunately, the Artesians just sat there, took it, and hit it back. Very nice dig. Good play from Bennett. And Maddie Rube tried to get that one, but the one-arm stab, unable to come up with it. And number 1, Molly Urban back to serve. McKinney, Brandstetter, Reagan Kane. Oh, man, very nice try from McKinney. But unfortunately, unable to come up with it. And that forces the Bulldogs to take a timeout.
You cannot pick a better time to consider a career in construction. From skilled tradesmen to project managers to technical engineers and even company owners.
We're going to go ahead and take another quick break and say thank you to our sponsor, First Financial Bank, for their partnership with BCSC. We appreciate all that they've done to support the live stream of BCSC.
What does it mean to believe in something? To truly support and get behind it? To be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to
Guys, we have to come back to the action, but I want to say again a special thank you to First Financial Bank. Oh, and a great serve from Martinsville. I apologize, the points were off there. It is 20-19 now for Martinsville. Good return from McKinney to Roop. Sarah Bennett. And a great block from number 13, Sarah Bennett. Grace Chapman in to serve for the Bulldogs. 21-19, very close second set. Some important points coming up. Very good serve to start out for the Bulldogs, but Martin able to dig it. Reagan Kane back sets to, oh, very nice dig once again for Martinsville. Good move from the setter, Reagan Kane. To Osborne. McKinney. Good dig from McKinney. Important point here for one of the teams to come up with this one. This could really take the momentum for either team. Oh, and Martinsville Artesians come out with the point. That was the longest rally of this match so far. And you could tell the emotion that came from winning that point. It's 21-20. Columbus North has the lead, but it's a very close match here. Martinsville comes up with a point. There's a net violation on Columbus North. And the Artesians have fought their way all the way back. Oh, no. All right, Columbus North needs to buckle down as the Artesians have taken the 2-point lead now. Set point for the Artesians. And you see the Martinsville crowd getting into it, showing their appreciation for this hustle from their team. And Martinsville has taken set number 2. We'll have to see how Columbus North responds, but that's got to be a disappointment for them. Up, playing a very nice set number 2, and unfortunately unable to sustain their lead. Once again, I really think the key for the Bulldogs is as much as they can to get Sarah Bennett involved. And specifically, I think the Reagan Kane, the setter for the Bulldogs, has done a really great job of trying to be as consistent as she can, but it's hard for her to get those sets to her key hitter when the first hit isn't as consistent. And that's really a tribute to Martinsville really controlling the speed with their spikes. Whether it be Mackenzie Martin up at the net or the lefty, and forgive me, I'm not able to find her name right now, but the lefty who's playing on the right side. Those two key outside hitters have just done a really great job of controlling their spikes to certain areas that have made it hard for the Bulldogs to return the ball. Really need the seniors for Columbus North in set number 3 to step up in order to continue this season. This is the best of 5 best of 5 sets, and with the Artesians up 2-0, this could be it. I'm going to go ahead and reset our scoreboard back to 0. As while the Artesians are up 2-0, the Bulldogs really need to treat this like it's a brand new ball game. And they've got to win this set, and that's really all they can focus on. They need one set at a time. Martinsville will start out serving in this third and possibly decisive last set. I believe Martinsville early on in the season on September 3rd won 3 games, 3 sets to 1. And really like to see a set come back from Columbus North right now. Martinsville starts third set with the serve. Back set to Madison White. Very nice shot. But once again, the lefty, this time I've got her name, Grace Reynolds, starts out with winning the point for the Artesians. That's interesting. out serve.
Substitution for the Bulldogs, number 27, Logan Branstetter.
Really interesting. I just saw something. Number 9, Grace Reynolds for the Artesians. She spikes left-handed, but serves with her right hand. Haven't seen that before. And Martin with the kill. And Martin will go back to serve. Maddie Roop just a little bit out of bounds. And that is out of bounds.
Substitution 23.
The only 2 points that Columbus North has this set has been from out serves from the Artesians. Let's see if they can get some points on the board from just a little bit low on that hit. 4-2 now, Artesians, with Molly Urban back to serve for Martinsville. Point Martinsville. Very nice serve from Urban. McKinney's been doing a great job, but just unable to get up with a well-positioned serve there. Maddie Roop. You know, it's been either perfect serves or net serves for the Artesians here in set number 3. Very nice block from Madison White, the senior for the Bulldogs, and here comes Sarah Bennett in. Hope that we can see her get involved early. Just a little bit out of bounds. Columbus North able to get this point. 6-4, Columbus North with McKinney serving. Oh, nice dig from Maddie Roop. Oh, and a great defense at the net from the Dogs. Oh, the ball is just barely out of reach for the Bulldogs. Branstetter, that was on the court. Thank you. Branstetter with the point for the Bulldogs. Number 20, Grace Chapman into the rotation, now back to serve for the Bulldogs. Branstetter's come out to get a quick break. Back set from the Artesians, but a great block from Osborne and Bennett. 6-7, Artesians with the 1-point lead. And Martin comes in for Martinsville and makes her presence known. Number 7 in now for the Artesians, back to serve. Serve off the net. Sarah Bennett with a nice shot, but Artesians able to come up with it. And once again, Mackenzie Martin with another point. Really been impressed with Martin's consistency throughout this entire match, whether it be up at the net with her spikes or with her defense. This is where the Bulldogs really need to lock in and focus. This could be pretty quickly either get back in the game or the whole match could be over. McKinney back sets. Good dig from Reagan Kane. Maddie Roop to Paige Osborne. Martin. Maddie Roop. Paige Osborne. Good one-arm dig. Oh, no. Just a little low on the hand there from Sarah Bennett. And we've reached that 100 mark, so thank you very much for all of you who are tuning in to the live stream. If you think about it, we've got 125 on each side, and with you watching this, we've got 100 more devices, and whether that be one person watching or a family, it's great to have you in attendance today. And a very nice block from the Bulldogs. There we go. I'm not sure who to credit for, but both Reagan Kane and Sarah Bennett did a great job of putting that point away. And a very nice shot from number 17, Ella Whitney. Gets the Artesians back on serve. And Ella Whitney goes back to the service line. Deep row serve. Reagan Kane to Sarah Bennett. And that looked like it was a little bit of a lift, they're saying. And Bennett with the point for the Dogs. Bennett to serve for the Bulldogs. Martin keeps the ball going. Maddie Roop. Reagan Kane with the set to Madison White, and that was definitely a tip. Very nice shot from the senior. – 12-9, Martinsville with the lead. And it was out of bounds from Martin. Powerful spike from Martin, a 5'9" junior. Bennett for the Bulldogs. Very nice dig. And a great back set from Reagan Kane that ends with a Madison White spike on the right side. Oh, great decision from Reagan Kane. And Martinsville has to take a timeout in hopes of stopping the momentum of the Bulldogs.
From the girls soccer regional, Columbus North and Evansville Memorial tied 0-0, second overtime.
We just got an announcement from in-house announcer Dennis Pierce that at the soccer regional in Columbus North and Evansville are tied at 0-0 in the second overtime. So great match going on between Evansville and Columbus North, and here at BCSC we're definitely pulling for Columbus North, and great to see fall sports action happening. As you know, when you look around the crowd, it's a much different view than a packed gymnasium with COVID-19, but we're just thankful to be playing during this fall season. Good serve from Bennett. Oh, no. And Martin able to hit the angle there. And the Artesians back in the lead. Maddie Roop to Reagan Kane. Very nice decision once again from the setter. Oh. Wow, that was a scary one there. And it was out of bounds from Martinsville, so we are back at a tie. 13-all with Reagan Kane to serve for the Bulldogs. And a great block from Maddie Roop. Reagan Kane set to serve. Looks like it handcuffed her a little bit there. And the Artesians not able to get the ball back. Critical points coming up in this set number 3 for the Bulldogs to keep the momentum going. And it looks like it's a net violation from the Artesians. Number 10, Mackenzie Martin, is definitely very strong on the left side, and she just looked like she was a little out of position there, unfortunately. Oh, great serve from the Bulldogs. Oh, we got to get it over. That's exactly what I'm saying. Mackenzie Martin, very strong on the left side for the Artesians. That was a rare error for her on the right side in this previous point, but she was able to make up for it. 16-4. 16-14. Great serve from Martinsville. And Columbus North opts to take a timeout.
As the official sports medicine provider of the IHSAA for over 30 years, Methodist Sports Medicine are our athletic trainers on the sideline.
We're going to go ahead and go back to First Financial so that you can see them one more time, and thank you for their sponsorship of BCSE Sports.
What does it mean to believe in something? To truly support and get behind it? To be committed and invested in making sure it succeeds and grows? At First Financial Bank, we go beyond banking, providing resources for dreams that matter and giving back to projects that make a difference. As our family grows, our commitment to serve the community grows with it. First Financial Bank, because together, we're better.
And we're back here at the Orange Pit. Mackenzie Martin of the Martinsville Artesians set to serve. McKinney to Kane, to Brandstetter. Oh, nice. And a very nice, oh no. Looks like it's a net violation on the Bulldogs. A little bit surprised by that late call, but it's 16-all now. Wow, right on the line. Great serve from Martin. The Artesians have taken back the lead in this possibly decisive third set. Oh, wow. Great shot from Madison White. The Artesians thought that they were going to possibly come up with it, but unable to get it back on that third shot. And the senior, Maddie Root, back to serve. Oh, wow. I'm not sure about that. I thought that the Martinsville crowd was more refereeing than the actual ref there, but that's okay. And the Artesians come back with a vengeance, 19-17. The libero, number 1, Molly Urban, set to serve. McKinney keeps the ball in play. Oh, wow. Very nice shot from number 17, Ella Whitney. And they are, Martinsville, once again, the first to 20 points. Up 2-0. Oh. Looked like Paige Osborne got a little bit handcuffed by that one, and 21-17 Martinsville. Madison White, very nice shot. Able to keep this one close. And McKinney now to serve, the senior. And a great shot from number 9, Grace Reynolds.
Regional girls soccer information. Columbus North and Evansville Memorial has gone to penalty kicks to decide the game.
As we just heard from announcer Dennis Pierce, Columbus North and Evansville Memorial has gone into penalty kicks after a second overtime of going 0-0. They are now into the decisive penalty kicks in this regional. 22-18. Martinsville Artesians with the lead. The lefty back to serve for Martinsville. McKinney with the return. Oh, and just a little bit low there from Sarah Bennett. Maddie Roop set to Reagan Kane. And Sarah Bennett comes back.
Number 20, Grace Chapman now in 4. Volleyball.
Grace Chapman, number 20, set to serve for the Bulldogs. Good block from the Bulldogs. Oh, and it's out of bounds. And that will give the Martinsville Artesians a match point. (24-19) with Katie Huang back to serve. Grace Chapman. And Sarah Bennett says, this isn't over yet.
Substitution, number 17, Sydney Cooper. And for Martinsville, number 6, Katie Rumbleson.
Sydney Cooper serving for the Bulldogs. Maddie Roop. Oh, wow. What a point. And the Bulldogs awarded the point. Not really sure what happened there. Looks like there was a violation, though, that was eventually called on Martinsville. 21-24. And a great serve from McKinney. Well, excuse me. That was a great serve from number 17, Sydney Cooper, excuse me. And Martinsville has chosen to take a timeout. With Columbus North, they're back against the wall. We can see it. We're going to see if they can keep this match going. Martinsville Artesians have really played a solid first two sets. In this third set, it's been more of just an even match between both sides, and we'll see who's going to come up with this third set. Kayla Back definitely had a motivational message for her girls from Martinsville. And I'm sure Quinn Schultz just told her girls to keep doing what they're doing and forget about the score and 1 point at a time. Sydney Cooper to serve. Oh, and that is the match.
The Martinsville Artesians will play tonight's championship sectional at 7 p.m.
Well, 3-0. Columbus North goes down once again to Martinsville in this sectional semifinal. We're going to go ahead and give our Offensive and Defensive Player of the Year awards now. For Martinsville, we're going to give the Jolie Rentals and Jolie Development Offensive Player of the Game to really the person that I'm sure if you're watching this match, you've seen it the whole time. It's been Mackenzie Martin. She, the 5'9" junior outside hitter, was really involved on almost every point for Martinsville, and she came up with plenty of kills for Martinsville. As far as the defensive player of the game, we're going to give that to a Columbus North libero, Ava McKinney. Throughout the match, she was hustling, diving, digging, did a great job serving as well, but she really did a great job on defense. So we're going to give that overhead door of South Central Indiana defensive player of the game to Ava McKinney. For those of you who are watching this live stream, due to the way that IHSAA sectionals go, we're going to have to start a new live stream now. So if you would, just give me a few moments. We're going to take a couple-minute break, and then we'll be back with match number 2 on Saturday between Columbus East and Bloomington North. That will still be here on our BCSE YouTube channel, and we will see you in just a few moments.